This is really a long-term care horror story. Last night I attended my Rotary Club's cocktail party and met up with an old friend. Paul and I talked about our jobs and his music. He had a little band he worked in. And I asked him how his personal life was going. His life had gone sideways 3 months ago. His mother in the mid-80s, who was already on the dementia spectrum, had suffered a mild stroke and had been hospitalized for a couple of weeks. At 3 o'clock on one Friday afternoon, he learned she was being discharged and had to go home. Rehab wasn't going to be an option. A flurry of responsibilities now became all-consuming, so he moved in to her unit and slept on the couch. She needed help in the middle of the night with toileting. He had to buy groceries and make meals. He had to feed her, make sure she was fed, and dress her. He had to take doctor visits and medications to buy and make sure she took them. He became a laundry person and a bill payer. And he became the communication link with the rest of the family, who, of course, lived out of state. Paul still had a job, and he had to hire a professional caregiver for about 4 hours a day at $40 an hour. This quickly became unsustainable. Although he had heard horror stories about Medi-Cal, it was the only option since she had little money, and of course, she didn't have a long-term care policy. He knew she would end up in a 4-bedroom ward with the smells and the noises that come in the night. They all could have been avoided if they had a long-term care insurance policy for her. It would have made life a lot easier. It still would have been an emotional disaster for him, but nevertheless, it wouldn't have been a financial disaster and would have relieved him of all that pressure.